What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Godzilla X Kong 3. So much to go over. New casting, new information about the plot, also locations where they're going to be filming, also when they're going to be filming, also a potential new MonsterVerse movie or TV show, or we don't know, something according to a US patent trademark that has appeared online courtesy of the boys over at Dangerville. We're going to briefly go over that towards the end of the video. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you're new around here, what the frick are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC Kaiju MonsterVerse pop culture based content that I tried to cover. Basically, I tried to cover everything I'm interested in. So if you could, subscribe to the channel. Actually, recently, we've been getting a lot more subscribers per week than we have been for a hell of a long time. So you've clearly been listening. Also, if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. I will be coming on camera once my new setup is actually complete. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and check us out on TikTok, WarstuG, if you want to check us out over there. So, let's break it down. So, Deadline has reported another casting has been officially confirmed, which does back up the claim they are going to start shooting in July, which is coming very soon, which means Leak Central. Sorry, lads. It also means, you know, behind-the-scenes images. So Deadline reported this on the 19th of February, a few days ago, but I wanted to build up a bit of information before we did a video. So Jack O'Connell has officially signed on to be in Legendary's next MonsterVerse movie. Now, it's not actually confirmed if it's the title. We're just calling it Godzilla X Kong 3 for now. So BAFTA winner Jack O'Connell, Sinners, has closed a deal to join the next theatrical feature in Legendary's MonsterVerse franchise, which is insane. Character details are being kept under wraps. O'Connell joins the cast that includes Denver and Dan Stevens, who reprises his role as veterinarian Trapper from last year's Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, the franchise's highest grossing installment to date. So Grant, the director, is set to direct from a script penned by David Callahan. Now, it's worth saying I'm not the biggest fan of some of the things he's wrote, but let's hope he does something good. Plot details have been kept vague so far, though we're told the next entry will feature several new human characters. Literally, they've just signed two new people we've been over in the previous weeks, alongside Titans, Godzilla, and Kong as they face off against a catastrophic world-ending threat. Grant took over all the directional reins from Adam Wingard following the late work on the New Empire in 2021 Godzilla vs. Kong. So all that means is continuity is going to be there, and it's going to follow the same kind of, well, it's got to follow some kind of canon structure because it basically seems like it's going to be a carbon copy of Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. We've been over a lot of exclusive information from leaks and stuff over the last few videos. You can check back over there. Then the article goes on to say, 10 years in, Legendary Monster franchise launched with 2014 Godzilla and includes Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of Monsters, as well as the next animation spin-off, Skull Island, and the Apple TV series Monarch Legacy of the Monsters, released by Warner Bros. Well, not they're the distributor, it's not really their film. The films have collectively grossed $2.5 billion worldwide. So, yeah, season 2 of Monarch has just wrapped. So, yeah, it's not coming anytime soon, though, but maybe a trailer at Comic-Con. So it goes on to say, Jack has had a big year with the release of 2 of 2025's most anticipated genre films, Ryan Coogler's Sinners and Danny Boyle's 20 Years Later. The actor plays a villain, roles opposite twin with Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, a supernatural horror movie from Warner Bros.' parents release April 15th. Sony is also the studio behind 28 Years Later, the next film in the 20 Years Later franchise on the series, released to schedule June the 20th, which is insane. So basically, he's an up-and-coming talent. I don't know much about the lad, but, you know, he's, you know, technically won a BAFTA, according to the article, which doesn't really mean that much, let's be honest. But it is cool that they're bringing in fresh new talent. And that kind of tells us that they are going away from the human side from the other movies that we've had, Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong. Now, it is interesting how, with the success of Toho's -1, which focused more on the impactfulness from Godzilla basically wrecking everything, that this movie is seeming to focus more on the human side. But like I said, guys, we've been over a bunch of stuff. So don't actually get worried, lads. There's going to be a lot more Titan action in this movie than in any other movie thus we've had so far. So also it's come out recently. Of course, I'm not officially going to confirm and verify it, but it may appear on Production Weekly at some point that Godzilla X Kong 3 begins shooting in July in Utah, USA, and Queensland, Australia. So we know Queensland is the prime location, and it has been since Kong Skull Island. I don't believe they filmed in Utah before. I don't believe they have. Then this other article went on to say, according to the Cinemaholic, which looks like is the original source, it says the movie will start shooting the summer 2025, July, with Legendary returning to Queensland, Australia. The tax break there for big blockbusters is huge if that helps them keep the light budget and Utah. It remains to be seen if any of this pans out to be true. Production Weekly, alternatively, is a solid source to keep an eye out for accuracy and production budgets and production information. Yeah, Production Weekly isn't as viable as it used to be. So let's say they do shoot in July. That means that principal photography could be wrapped by December or January. Now, we know this has got a release date for 2027, which is too freaking long, but obviously they want a lot more time in post. This means the marketing campaign could probably start Comic-Con San Diego 2026 or late 2026. It obviously depends on who handles. I mean, we know Warner Bros. Is a distributor, so they release the movie. It's not actually their movie, and Warner Bros. Is not the best when it comes to marketing. Even though it's great content for us, they do reveal far too much. So that's cool, and that's why we've had all the announcements, because obviously there ain't going to be any announcement of casting, because you don't start casting until you're getting close to shoot. July would make a hell of a lot of sense. And we here on this channel and all the other MonsterVerse channels, I'm sure, are absolutely freaking hyped for them to start shooting, because then more information gets out. No, we're not necessarily talking about leaks, because we've already gone over so many leaks. But you can see how viable leaks are then, because if you remember when they were shooting Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, there was a scene in Queensland, Australia, I believe it was, when they were all, something was coming out of the beach and they were all running away. It's just cool when you cover stuff when the movie's being filmed. So that's pretty damn cool. They're starting to film the movie very, very, very soon. It's also in the news. Now, this comes courtesy of the YouTube channel and the boys over at Dangerville. So, US Patent and Trademark Office. So the project is called Monster Kingdom. Do I think this is for Godzilla X Kong 3? No, not at all. But it could be a new MonsterVerse movie, could be a new TV show, could be a documentary, could literally be anything. Now, I'm not really going to go into much detail. If you want a more in-depth kind of concept of what this actually could be, head over to Boys at Dangerville. I just wanted to mention it here because it could be a movie. We know we're getting a sequel to Godzilla -1. We're getting Godzilla X Kong 3. We're also getting Monarch, Legacy of the Monster Season 2. It's a freaking good time to be a Kaiju MonsterVerse fan. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a documentary about a new Titan. It literally could be anything. Most likely, it's probably an Apple TV documentary, but it is said that it was previously trademarked as cryptozoology. Yeah, which means it could be about a Titan. Who knows? Like I say, go check out the boys over at Dangerville. They've gone in much more depth than I'm willing to, because I don't know much about patents, and it doesn't really say much to me. But you could say Godzilla X Kong 3 is called Monster Kingdom. Don't think it is, but either way, it seems like some new Titans or monsters are going to be releasing some TV show or something like that. So like always, guys, let us know, what do you think about this new news? Cool that we've got another new casting. Cool they're going to start shooting. When they come into England, you get a tax break here. I don't know. Probably because the scenery is not very good in terms of I know a lot of it's green screen, so on and so forth. But yeah, England's not the best background, is it? Let's be honest. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.